أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونستعينه ونتوكل عليه إنه خير ناصر ومعين ثم الصلاة والسلام على خير خلقه وأشرف أنبيائه ورسله أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد اللهم صل على محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين وأصحابه الخيرة المنتجبين. The subject that we discuss is Islamic philosophy course, and the topic of today's session is criteria of the right religion. Well, in the last session, we learned that we need to have a religion. There are logical reasons for us to need religion. Now that we need a religion, we have two options to follow a religion. The one option is to be like 99% of the people of the world and just inhere a religion. The same way that you have a name inherited, imposed, and chosen by your parents, the same way that your nationality, your race, your color, your other setup of your life was chosen by somebody else, which can be your parents primarily. The same way you choose a religion, not a choosing, following a religion. So, if you are born in Vatican, automatically you are a Catholic. If you are born in a Jewish family, you are automatically a Jew. If you are born in a Muslim family, you are going to be an automatic Muslim person. And if you are born in a Christian family, you are going to be a Christian. A Christian country, a Christian school, you will be an automatic Christian person. You have no role, you have no any influence, any choice, any decision in choosing the most important aspect of your life. While for every single thing in our daily life, we choose. Every single day, we are in process of choosing. Between two words, when we talk, we choose. So many words we know in our memory, but when you talk, you choose those words. You put them next to each other, you make one sentence. But you are the chooser. It's not automatically chosen. No, you choose. Between two food in the mornings, you choose. Between two books to read, you choose. Between two music to listen, you choose. Between, I don't know, how to sleep, you choose. How to love, how to talk, how to speak, how to... which dress I have to put today. You know, you choose always. Every single moment you are in process of choosing. While these are very small issues, but when it comes to the most important issue in your life, you don't want to choose. You just follow what your parents say. How ridiculous it is that when in the table there are a lot of foods, you want to take bread and the father says, no, I like for you to have an apple today. And you say, Dad, what do you say? You repeat? I like bread. But it's what you like. I don't have appetite today for, for bread. I want apple. Say, no. Don't betray your father. How ridiculous that can be. On the morning you want to have a white shirt. The father says, no, change it. Why? He said, because today I have blue. But, this is ridiculous. You want to marry somebody, your father says, no, not that one. You want to go to a special university, somebody come and interview your life, you say, listen, you are you, I am me, I have my own choice, I choose. Don't come and tell me what to do. Even if that person is your father, even if that person is your mother. Openly you say, sometimes you even fight for your independence in the house. When they impose on what you eat, what you dress, what to do, you always, have your own choice. But when it comes to religion, which is the most important issue in your life, because this religion is the one who tells you what to dress, what to eat, how to sleep, how to love, how to study. This religion is the mother of all things. But when it comes to the main issue in your life, you just follow and you don't ask that question. I am an independent soul. I am myself. Why I should follow my father? Why I should follow my mother? Why I should follow my society? Why I should follow the school that I have been? You don't ask that question. So 99% of the people of the world goes for the first option, which is the worst option. That's why we have all human beings around the globe, they are just like a sheep. Following after following after following, generations after generations. They are just followers, blind followers. It's one of the non-negotiable things. Just dare to change your religion when you got a father says, go out of my house. So, this is the one option. The second option is that you should choose. You should have a role. You should have independence in selection. You have to use your logic. The same way that if your father was smoking for ages and you come to conclusion logically, this is not healthy, are you obliged to follow it? Of course not. You have to go to your father and say, hey, it's dangerous for you also. I don't want you also to be a smoker. I don't want you also to be an alcoholist. Yeah? Even if your father is now used to this set of life. I remember my own father was smoking. And he was a very mighty smoker, because every day when I was about 8, 9, he would give me money for 2 packets of cigarette on the morning. On the night, that was finished. One cigarette with the other one. A very big alim also. So, and then he was not allowing me to touch that stuff. And I was so much, it was out of curiosity. What is this that he uses every day, but he doesn't allow me to do that? So once he gave me money, just pocket money. So I said, hey, that's the best opportunity. Let me taste this. So when I went to buy the cigarette. This time I bought 3 packets, one for myself, one. So I went to a very rural place that no one can see me. I checked here, I checked there, no one was there. So I had the first cigarette. I just imitating my father, and then I matched the light and started. And then the second again, and the third one, the fourth one, fifth one, the first cigarette finished. I said, there is no taste. Why he is smoking? I said, no, maybe the taste in the second cigarette. So I laid the light on the second cigarette. Again, it's more bitter. Maybe it's in the third, maybe at the end. So I finished the packet. But it was just, it was bitter, and I was full of smoke and everything. But anyway, I went home. My father was asked, where have you been? Well, then he came close to me and he smelled cigarette. You know, yeah, he realized cigarette. Okay, he didn't say nothing to me. No beating, nothing, not even a prohibition. That what is this that you smoke? Nothing. But then I realized something from next day. He's not asking me to go and get cigarette anymore. So, he himself, maybe he goes and buys it. But no, I realized, no, he doesn't smoke anymore. Only about 5-6 years later, he was talking to a friend of him that he was smoking. He said, you see this son? I was smoking like this and like you. And one day I realized that my son is also smoking. So I had a vow to Allah that I'm not going to touch that thing anymore. So just have that vow and save what you call your children's life. You see? So, but I don't have to be a smoker if my father is smoking. It's him and his set of life. So we have to what? Do independent investigation of truth. To choose a religion, which is the first question in your life is which religion? Because that religion will tell you the rest of your setup of life. Every other action in your life has to be driven by that religion. So you can follow in other things from your father, no problem. If he eats apple, you also eat apple. There is not so much of a problem. But when it comes to religion, don't. The best option, the most logical way is to now have independent investigation of the truth. Okay, we need religion, and we need now to have independent investigation of the truth. We are going to have for a shopping spree to buy a religion, to follow a religion. Now I need criteria. And that is the topic of our discussion. What are the criteria of the right religion? Because if you don't have criteria of the right religion, then you may choose something which is not good for you. You may choose something which is suitable to your setup of life, maybe. You are a drunkard, you want to drink like fish, and you are looking for a religion which allows drinking. You smoking dakha, you're looking for a religion who allows them. You are a womanizer, you're looking for a religion that says, hey, there is no problem, go ahead. You are a gambler, you are a whatever, no. Right religion has criteria. Those criteria are not set by you. It's logical criteria that you should have to choose a religion. It's like going to a shopping center to buy something. You have the money, 1,000 rand, you want to spend buying. Now, either you have a criteria, you know what you buying, or no, you just have 1,000 rand. I wish to spend this today. Let me go to Southgate and see what I want to get today. If you have criteria, then easily it will take 10 minutes. If you have criteria. If you don't have criteria, you may end up going from the beginning of shopping center to rest. Either don't buy anything or you buy something which you didn't need it. Like having criteria. I want to buy an Adidas white size 9, exercising khaki. You see how many criteria? Brand is a criteria. Size, color, and the type of shoes. You have got 4 criteria. Okay. The first criteria, you want to buy a shoe. So when you enter, you don't go to Pick and Pay, you don't go to this, you don't go to that one, Dion and Woolworth. You just go to where? To shoe shops. There is 3-4 shoe shops, you choose one. You go to the first one. Do you have Adidas? No, sorry. Let me go to the next one. Do you have Adidas? Yeah, okay, this is the place that I'm. Okay, then there is a lot of shelves there in that. There is one shelf for Adidas. You go there. Oh, okay, good. And then, which of them is for exercise? Oh, this is suitable. Okay, good. Which of them is white? That one. Oh, sorry, do you have a size 9? Yes or no? Okay. It's end of story. He will get you the size 9, white color, Adidas for exercise. It takes 10 minutes. You are out of shopping center. You spend the money, finish, end of story. You had criteria. But if you don't have criteria, okay, then you have to go to Woolworths, the whole shelves, the end there, then you finish, okay, no, nothing serious. You go to Pick and Pay, 1-2 rows, going back, I know, not there. You go to Itgers, you go, at the end of the day, I'm tired. So you come back, either didn't buy anything, or you bought something, which was, you come home and say, what is this? So, because you didn't have criteria. So what is, now we are shopping a religion. Okay? For buying something in Cresta or in Southgate, it may take you one day. But shopping for a religion, it takes the whole life. You want to be Christian for 2 years, okay? You come here, you become Christian, you go to church, every Sunday you are there, you have a nice suit, a tie, and you go there and listen. After 2 years, you come to conclusion, let me also go a few days to the synagogues of the Jews. You go there for another Saturdays, they dedicate your life, 2 years, 3 years. These people killing children of Palestine. I'm not gonna. Then you become, I don't know, Hindu, and you worship some idols, and then you become a Buddhist and always have a yoga and do this and do that, and then after, then you become a Sunni, and then you become a Wahhabi, and you go for gasht, and you put on your big brother's shirt and a small brother's pant, and a long beard that it has to be at least 2 feet, and okay, and then so And then after that you become, I don't know, Sufi, and then you become, whatever. And then you end up, you realize this is 70, 80 years of my life and I am about to die. I didn't find the right religion, because each of them has a problem. Why? Because from the beginning you didn't shop for a religion by criteria. If you have criteria, then you don't waste your time. You may study one book here, two books. I studied about 20 religions. Just for the one reason that if this religion is better, if it is logical, then I should follow it. If Christianity is a better religion, logical religion, then I become a Christian. I was not fanatic about Ahlul Bayt school of thought or Shia school of thought or Islam. But at the end of all of my investigations based on the criteria that we had, I found, alhamdulillah, what we're following is the most logical reason based on those logical criteria of the right religion. What are those criteria? The first criteria, religion has to be divine. Mankind does not have no right to write constitution for itself. This device doesn't write catalog for itself. The creator of this has to write catalog to tell me I have put these buttons for this reason. Put this in what power? Otherwise, if you put it in a 220 electricity, you are going to burn. Use these adapters. Use type C. Use this. You do that. Don't put it in a very hot place. Okay? Don't put it next to your head when you sleep. Don't do this. All of the instructions are coming with the what? With the phone. By who? By creator. But unfortunately, when it comes to religion, we are not following the catalog of the creator. The one who has created you must. So the first criteria of any right religion, it has to be 100% divine. So it's a logical criteria. Who can tell me that this is a problem? It has to be like this, because religion is from God, not from human being. Another human being does not have no right to impose to me what to do. The one who knows me more, created me, knows my past, knows my future, knows my present, knows my mechanism of my soul and body, he can tell me what to do. So religion has to be 100% divine. So then you shop, you go for Christianity, compare it, okay, well, Christianity, okay. When was the first book, Bible was written? 40 years after the so-called crucifixion. 40 years. That can be divine? Okay, let us have a test now. Okay? These things that I have taught for the last 25 minutes. If you want to rewrite them when you go home, are you able to rewrite exactly what I said? Of course not. You're not a tape recorder. Yeah? You're not going to be able to do that. And that if you do it now, after 1 hour, immediately when you finish, you go home. If I ask you to do that, you are not going to be able to. What about if I ask you a week later? Maybe now if you write, you may write something which is, say, 60% accurate. But if I ask you to write it next week, you're going to make it 50% accurate. If I ask you to write it in a month's time, maybe 30%. You don't even remember what I said. Sometimes you say, hey, I don't even remember what I eat lunch. Now you're asking me to rewrite a lecture which was a month ago. And that was by that boring Husseini. Please stop. You're not able. What about if I ask you now to write it in a year time? While Bible, the first Bible, not according to me, according to history of Christianity, was written by some disciples, which they were not prophet, were not mistakeless, and they were not tape recorders. They were normal human beings. 40 years, what? Later, and that become the foundation of the main religion of the world. How ridiculous that can be. Yeah? Which part of that is divine? You see, in Islam we have a Quran which was written immediately after the revelation, and it was memorized during the history of mankind. You show me one person in the world, just one person in the world who is memorizer of the Bible from A to Z. Just one person. Show me. Somebody can come and say, okay, read chapter Deuteronomy, verse 18, chapter 18, verse 17. Can you please read it for me? It's impossible. We don't have no Bible memorizer. Show me one person. But come, let me show you millions of memorizers of Quran, which they are able to tell you which word is in which page, in which line. Okay? We have such mighty memorizers, and we have millions of them around the globe. I don't know, you have been there when that memorizer came to our center. How amazing that person was. So, it was revealed and it was recorded immediately and supervised by a prophet himself, who is mistakeless. And it came to us generation by generation as word of God. If you want a book like Bible, we have so many in Islam, but we don't consider them, what? 100% authentic. We have Nahj al-Balagha, we have Nahj al-Fasaha, we have the 4 main books that we have, all of that. So the first criteria is what? To be logical. How many minutes? So the second criteria is it has to be logical. Why? Because Allah is teaching, has put inside every human being a device, a software, which thinks like this. However that is, it thinks like this. It thinks like, for example, 2 plus 2 is 4. And it's accurate. You go to Japan, the same software working, say 2 plus 2, it gives you it may call it different name, but it will give you accurate answer. You go to America, you come to South Africa, you go to even some monkeys. You know, when they train, they'll tell you 2 plus 2 and it says 4. More accurate than even your human being sometimes. Everywhere you go, this is working. Okay? It's a software God put in me which thinks 2 plus 2 is 4. God has programmed it such that, for example, to think that 2 plus 2 becoming 4. So, all of us around the globe, we're following this software inside, built in me and you and everyone, which there is no one human being in the world who is not capable of using it. And everyone get the same answer. Now God comes to us as human beings, send a prophet, tells you, hey, 2 plus 2 become 5. Tell to mankind that God told me that from today 2 plus 2 is 5. What? Are you sure? Are you sure you were not drunk this morning? Did you sleep properly last night? Did you listen to God? Or some other, I don't know, it was probably under influence of Dakha. Or he smoked too much reed. Are you sure that you are not somebody from Ethiopia? You know? Which prophet? Is he in the right mind? Has he been to school? God doesn't know how to calculate. What type of God he is that he can't even calculate, and then I should call him God? It has to be logical. So if God teach you something against the software, that means it's not from God. Okay? Because Casio, who is creating the machine of calculation, he can't send you an SMS that says, if 2 plus 2, you press 2 plus 2, it has to become 5. He says, sorry, your Casio doesn't show that. So that is the second criteria. Very briefly, we go to the third and the fourth. The third, it has to be practical. It means it has to be something which is doable, experienceable, easy to do it. Not a difficult job, not a difficult task. Okay? The religion teach me to wake up like, every single day, right at 2 o'clock on the morning, and pray. Yes, before Fajr is something logical. Okay? A religion which says on Saturday you don't have to use electricity, you can't use electricity. They go to Israel, the old Jews on Saturdays, there is no fire, there is no electricity, everything is off. You can't even use a car to go from here to, you have to walk, because it has got engine and fire is used. Which part of that is practicality? I had some Jews as a friend, they are anti-Israel. They came here to South Africa, and they were telling, listen, if your program is on Saturday, please put our accommodation close to the place. I said, for what reason? They said, no, we can't use car. If it's too long, we can't go out. And he came with 3-4 suitcases of food. So there is so many food in South Africa. Well, no, we can't eat them. It's not practical. You see? It has to be practical. Christianity teaches syllabus what's to be not to marry somebody. They have got special words. What celibacy, something like that, huh? Anyway, the priest should not marry. Always should remain what? Single. God, this is humans' need. We need to have wife. We need to have children. That's why you find so many of these priests are busy with boys, with pedophiles. Because it's not practical, it's not logical. Okay? That's the 4 criteria of it has to be what? Practical. And then the 5th one, it has to be something which has produced good fruits. The fruits has already been tested. You find religion. Which religion has created Ammar? Which religion has created Salman? Which religion has made Hussein? Which religion can make a person like Ali? Can you find a man like Ali in any other religion? You see? So it has to be. So there are other criteria also, but these are the main 4 criteria of a religion. You want to shop for a religion, see if this religion has got all criteria. not only one or two of them. The four criteria of the right religion: one, it has to be divine; two, it has to be logical; three, it has to be practical; and fourth, it has to be fruitfulness. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. صلوات.